Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the absolutely chaotic world of IPL fandoms. You know, these fan bases, they're not just groups of supporters wearing matching jerseys. Nope, they're basically full-on psychological case studies. I mean, think about it. Some of these groups have been completely spoiled by these relentless dynasties. Others, well, they've been trapped in this painful 16-year process that seems to lead absolutely nowhere. And then there are those who are honestly just happy anyone remembers they exist. So we're going to map out and explain every single IPL fanbase in under 10 minutes. Okay, let's dive into this premise because there's this fascinating theory floating around out there. And it goes like this. Most fans in this league don't actually watch the cricket. No, they just live for the drama and the chance to act superior on the internet. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. Whether you're spoiled by those dynasties we just talked about, stuck in a never-ending rebuild, or just happy to be here, your fandom forms a definitive psychological profile. It literally dictates how you handle stress, victory, and those endless late-night internet debates. All right, let's kick things off with Mumbai Indians, better known as the Untitled. We gotta start with the heavy hitters, right? Mumbai fans genuinely believe the entire league revolves around them. And look, because of that, they're known to be really annoying to rival supporters. They are basically the Lakers and Warriors fans of the IPL. They treat winning like it's a personal family tradition. For them, anything less than holding that trophy at the end of the season, it feels like a literal glitch in the universe. They just have this unwavering expectation that greatness is their birthright, and they for sure aren't shy about letting everyone else know it. Seriously, they're arguably the most spoiled fan base in history. They honestly expect every single superstar in the world to be available for them at any given moment. I mean, they've enjoyed these crazy, seamless generational transitions, from Sachin Tendulkar to Rohit Sharma to Hardik Pandya. They literally never lack a top-tier superstar. And the funniest part? They'll claim they suffered during a bad season or a rebuilding phase, but all that really happened was they instantly turned that brief little struggle into another championship run like 5 minutes later. Moving on to Chennai Super Kings, the Condescending Traditionalists. Now, these are the fans who act like they've completely mastered the game of cricket, while the rest of us are just playing catch-up to their massive legacy. Much like Bucks and Celtics fans in the NBA, they treat every single match like a history lesson. They're constantly reminding you about their banners, their past glory, and those incredible win percentages. They've hitched their entire identity to one fiercely loyal star, and literally their entire worldview is filtered through that one specific lens. And that star, obviously, is MS Dhoni. As long as he is standing out there on the field, these fans genuinely believe the laws of physics and logic simply do not apply to them. It's wild. If they lose a match, they brush it off like it's no big deal whatsoever. They just act completely above the competition, projecting this calm superiority even when they're totally outplayed. Why? Simply because their legend is out there on the pitch. Now we take a sharp pivot to Royal Challengers Bangalore, the Patient and, the Delusional. Going from entitled dynasties to tragic mainstays, RCB fans are the most patient in the entire league. But let's be honest, that's mostly because they've been forced to be. This perfectly defines their existence. Wait mode. They have spent 16 years watching legends like Virat Kohli put up absolute MVP-level numbers, breaking records left and right, while the team somehow finds a miraculous way to slip against opponents they should absolutely destroy. It is this endless psychological loop of incredibly high expectations, followed by just crushing reality. They're essentially the equivalent of Sixers and Knicks fans. They swing so wildly between screaming, Salah Cup Namde, this year the cup is ours, after a single impressive win, to having an instant, catastrophic meltdown after one loss. They love to talk about grit and loyalty, but deep down, they are incredibly nervous every single time they take the field, because they've seen this exact heartbreaking movie play out before. By the way, if watching RCB has caused you emotional damage, consider this explainer your personal support group. Go ahead and subscribe because I'm going to start posting these every day. Thanks anyways. All right, jumping back in. Calcutta Knight Riders, the Passionat. For KKR fans, love for the team runs far, far deeper than whatever the current points table says on a random Tuesday. Just like Chicago Bulls fans who literally cannot stop talking about the Michael Jordan 90s era, KKR fans live off the legacy of the Gotham Gumbear years. They cling to those years of grit and triumph, and they bleed their team colors in purple and gold every single day, completely regardless of how the current roster is actually performing. Their ultimate defense mechanism is screaming about KKR culture. They treat it like it's this magical cheat code that automatically covers up every single hole in their roster. They care about every trade, every auction dynamic, and every draft pick like it's literally life or death. The passion is absolutely undeniable, even if it borders on the extreme sometimes. Next up, Punjab Kings, the doomed. Look, we have to call this profile what it is. A perpetual rebuild that falls apart before it officially even starts. Everything about this team just feels cursed. It's a relentless cycle of misery. And the worst part? It is not even a fun kind of bad where you can at least laugh at the chaos coming from every direction. Much like Wizards and Pelicans fans, they watch a team that looks solid, sometimes even brilliant on paper, only to completely crumble into a bottom-tier lottery team every single year. By the way, if you feel as doomed as a Punjab Kings fan right now, take back a little control in your life and hit that subscribe button. I'm posting every day, and I promise you, thanks anyways, but these explainers are way more reliable than their middle order. Let's look at Delhi Capitals, the Hungry. Diving into the more overshadowed fan bases, DC fans have basically spent their entire lives waiting for a championship that just never comes. Every single season, they convince themselves, okay, this is the one, but the trophy case relentlessly remains empty. They're essentially the Clippers fans of the IPL. They watch their front office build contender after contender, stacking the roster with incredible talent, only to face bizarre injuries and late-season heartbreak. And what makes their desperation burn even hotter, being constantly eclipsed by the bigger glamour franchises like MI and CSK. Then we have Sunrisers Hyderabad, the quiet professionals. So these fans are quiet mostly because they've been trained by years of steady, under-the-radar success to just let the game do the talking. They don't engage in those loud internet shouting matches. Instead, they're incredibly analytical. They cling to bowling economy rates, middle-over strike rates, and data points like a treasured family photo album. Much like Spurs and Nuggets fans, they don't need the national headlines. They just shrug, point at their championship banners, and enjoy the cricket while the rest of the loud league totally ignores them. Now we have Rajasthan Royals, the devoted underdogs. What makes RR fans so unique is that they are absolute ride or die. Through some really bleak years and even relocation scares, they view themselves as a family in a league of giants, and they never ever think about jumping ship. Finally, we have to talk about the newest additions, Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Supergiants. GT fans are the lucky ones. I mean, they pulled off immediate, massive success and snagged a trophy from literally day one. Meanwhile, LSG represents the new. They're currently out there shouting into an empty gym, just happy anyone remembers they exist as they try to build some sort of identity. So, what does this all mean? The crucial point to take away here is that while every fan base is completely different, they all share this exact same cycle of hope and heartbreak. From the entitled dynasties expecting the world to the suffering mainstays clinging to loyalty, this shared psychological chaos is exactly what makes the league so unforgettable. So after seeing all these profiles mapped out, which psychological profile do you fit into?